Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan have split up, and I honestly don't think any of us are surprised. We all knew that was a match made in hell, and Marcus's daddy, Michael Jordan, hasn't been supportive of the relationship at all, so you know he's out here talking trash about Larsa. But it's pretty messy, and he's definitely spilling some tea about her in the situation, so let's get into it. In July 2023, someone put Michael Jordan on the spot and asked him if he supported Larsa and Marcus's relationship, and he straight up said no.
Hey, Mr. Jordan, what do you think about Marcus and Larsa Pippen together? You approve of it?
No.
That comment had Larsa looking dumb because it wasn't long before that she was saying that the whole family was in support of her relationship with Marcus.
Fine, everyone's fine.
They're cool with it.
Yeah, everyone. I think like when you're an adult, I think your parents just want to see you happy. You know, my parents want to see me happy. His parents want to see him happy.
So you have their blessing.
Yeah, I feel like we're great. Yeah, I feel like we've spent holidays together and it's good. We're in a great place.
But obviously, if Michael is publicly stating that he doesn't support the relationship, then all that nonsense that Larsa was spitting about how everybody was happy and supportive about the relationship was all cap, and she got publicly outed for it.
Stop it. Get some help.
And now that the relationship is over, people are saying that Michael Jordan couldn't be happier about it. There were a lot of people who had said that Larsa was only with Marcus to try to have a Jordan baby so she could get part of Marcus's inheritance. And apparently, Michael thought the same thing. Larsa and Marcus began the romance in September of 2022, but Larsa initially tried to play it off like she was just friends with Marcus.
What did you make of all that about Michael Jordan's son and you? I know you've said that you're friends, but it keeps popping up. People say you're dating.
I have a lot of friends. I mean, I'm very social.
Even though she denied any kind of relationship with Marcus eventually, she attended Thanksgiving with the Jordans in 2022 just a couple of months later. Now, sometimes friends come over for Thanksgiving. I know mine do. But if you're trying to shake off the public image that you're dating a guy, it doesn't make sense to go to Thanksgiving with his family because that obviously makes it look like he's bringing a girl home to meet his family. After a while, though, they admitted they were in a relationship, and honestly, Marcus was a lot more forgiving about Larsa denying she was dating him than a lot of people would have been, myself included.
I think we were both just being cautious early on just because there was so much chatter about our relationship, but now, we're in the public about it, and it's way more easier.
A lot of people weren't here for the relationship. Larsa sort of has a reputation for being for the streets, and it just didn't jive well with the wholesome Jordan family image. And to top that off, people thought Larsa was sort of forcing this relationship. Check out what one source told Page 6. She was rubbing up on him and caressing his body in the loud club. Marcus looked uncomfortable and wasn't reciprocating. It appeared she was way more into him. There's also a major age gap between the two and some family ties that made the relationship messy. Scottie Pippen is Larsa's ex-husband, and he was also a fellow teammate of Michael Jordan's on the Chicago Bulls 90s basketball dream team. Marcus was a baby at the time. And since Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were cool with each other back then, it's easy to conclude that she'd been attending backyard barbecues, parties, and holidays with the Jordans. Larsa definitely saw Marcus grow up, so even if you don't think the 16-year age gap between the two is creepy, the fact that she was around him as a kid and watched him grow up is giving groomer vibes. That's definitely problematic. And the two didn't appear to be exclusive at first. Once they'd confirmed their relationship, pictures of Marcus popped up where he was kissing some unknown woman. If you watch this video, you'll see Marcus kissing her, embracing her, squeezing her butt, and then taking her by the hand and leading the way as he took her into his condo. That's definitely sus. Larsa also said on the Separation Anxiety podcast that she snooped through Marcus's phone. I feel like if you really want to know what someone's about or on, you got to kind of go through their phone. It's a toxic trait. I'm not advising this for everyone, because we prepared it might be ugly and it might be traumatizing. But I definitely like to look through the phone. I want to go through your phone. I want to see what you're about because people show you a version of them, but not their entire thing, and I like to know what I signed up for. Then the two embarrassingly opened up about their lives on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. Larsa defended herself after she'd made comments on the Real Housewives of Miami reunion and said she liked to have 4 times a night with her ex Scottie Pippen. Then she said, "That's facts. I also have probably 5 times a night with the love of my life." Marcus said, "I'm very competitive, so I like to stay ready." And he said it's way more than 3 times. The interviewer, Andy Cohen, had some questions about this. Mainly, he wanted to know if Marcus was reaching completion every time. And Marcus emphatically said, "Especially with Larsa as my partner, absolutely." I mean, it's one thing to assume a couple is having when they're together, but there's something just nasty about them broadcasting how often they do it. Now that's something we all have to know, and their families have to know too. But a lot of people didn't approve of this relationship. It wasn't just Michael Jordan. Another former NBA star, Jalen Rose, came out against it too, saying Larsa Pippen should see Marcus Jordan as more of a nephew than a mate.
Certain relationships used to be off limits. And I, on paper, want everybody to be happy and to live their best life. But the best thing I can say for her is she should see him as more of a nephew than a mate.
Actor, comedian, and podcast host TK Kirkland also didn't approve.
I don't like her way of thinking. Her way of thinking is hard because she is a mother, right? And she moves carelessly.
That was a pretty well-worded way to say she's a mom and she's out here preying on younger men that she watched grow up. When someone asked how Scotty felt about the relationship, Larsa said this.
What does Scotty think about your friendship?
I don't know.
You don't know? He's never mentioned it to you and you've never mentioned it to him?
No.
The kids have never said this is bugging daddy?
There is no way that this relationship didn't bother Larsa's ex-husband. I mean, if a man gets divorced from his wife and then gets with a younger woman, that usually bothers the ex-wife. So why just assume it didn't bother Scotty going the other way? And then add to it that Scotty has some beef with Michael Jordan and the fact that Scotty watched Marcus grow up too, and there's gotta be some friction there because of it. Rumors about Marcus and Larsa breaking up started when users found out that Larsa quit following him on Instagram. She also went through and deleted all the photos of him she'd shared to Instagram. Then she shared a story where she took a poll about whether friends should unfollow their friend's ex. So just like in the beginning, Larsa wasn't coming right out and saying it. You know that saying about relationships ending how they began? Seems to hold true in this case. Anyway, then she shared a video of Morgan Freeman talking about the importance of listening to your inner voice. And then she posted this quote about choosing your man wisely. The man you choose to be your partner affects everything in your life. Your mental health, your peace of mind, your love inside you, your happiness, how you get through tragedies, your successes, how your children will be raised, and much more. Choose wisely. That was as vague could be. So someone from Media Takeout asked a Real Housewives producer about the situation, and the producer said, Larsa needs a man that's a bit more mature and financially stable. Marcus was fun, but Larsa's looking for someone that she can build a life with. A source from both Pippen and Jordan's camp told E! News they've decided to take some time apart to reevaluate their relationship. This has nothing to do with any family input, but solely for their personal growth. Well, considering nobody asked about family input, I'm pretty sure that's what that insider thinks caused it. It's like when a kid thinks they're gonna get in trouble for something, so they say something like, I definitely didn't play with the scissors and cut the baby's hair off, or whatever. They volunteered way too much information, and me think the lady doth protest too much. Or man, or whatever. And other sources seem to confirm that. They're taking space from each other due to the tension in their relationship, which was allegedly incited by Marcus's dad, Michael Jordan, publicly denouncing it. And that makes sense. Nobody wants their partner's parents to disapprove of the relationship. But considering that happened back in July of last year and we're coming up on March 2024, you mean to tell me it's been a problem in the relationship for almost 8 whole months? Why not break it off then? Another source said this to Page 6. The history between Michael and Scotty made things complicated, even if Larsa and Marcus did their best to make it a non-issue. We're told that family comes before everything for both Marcus and Larsa, and at the end of the day, Michael is Marcus's dad and Scotty is the father of Larsa's children. In case you don't remember, in Scotty's book, Unguarded, he said he was upset with Michael because he didn't spend enough time talking about their history in the NBA together on The Last Dance documentary. They glorified Michael Jordan while not giving nearly enough praise to me and my proud teammates. Michael deserved a large portion of the blame. The producers had granted him editorial control of the final product. The doc couldn't have been released otherwise. He was the leading man and the director. Scotty also said MJ got $10 million for the documentary and none of the other teammates were even compensated for it. Larsa even took up for Scotty over it.
I think Scotty wasn't portrayed as well as he should have been because I do feel like he basically was the team.
Oof, shots fired. Now, there are always going to be proponents of both sides who either think the team was Michael or the team was Scotty. The truth there is that the team was the team, and they were both on it. Now, when rumors of Larsa and Marcus dating first came out, Larsa said she was best friends with Scotty.
Is the status of your relationship with Scotty?
We're best friends.
Yeah.
We co-parent the same.
And
we
you are
love each
officially
other.
divorced.
So it didn't really make sense that Scottie Pippen's best friend was out here dating the op's son. We don't have any official reason from the two as to why they broke up, but sources are saying that Michael is happy for the relationship to be over. But now that they're over, who gets to keep their podcast? And the reunion for season 2 of Traitors is gonna be weird. Here are some of the comments people are making about the split. Larsa looks horrible. Thank God Marcus came to his senses. He wasn't gonna marry that almost 50-year-old mattress. MJ probably told Marcus in a whisper voice, "She wants your inheritance, stupid." And she wants a Jordan baby to take to the bank. So now I need to hear what you all think about this. Was Larsa just in it for the money? What do you think about her decision to date Marcus, even though her baby daddy is beef with Michael Jordan? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.